continue, or where
We're live.
inflation will settle over coming years.
Do you want me to open, or do you want to just?
And there is substantial further ground
Do you
to
want it?
cover to get back to price stability.
Let's just let this roll. We don't need an intro today.
Cool.
You can hear him speaking, right?
Inflation for goods,
Really?
housing services, and for all other services, sometimes referred to as non-housing services. Core goods inflation has fallen sharply, particularly for durable goods, as both tighter monetary policy and the slow unwinding of supply and demand dislocations are bringing it down. The motor vehicle sector provides a good illustration. Earlier in the pandemic, demand for vehicles rose sharply, supported by low interest rates, fiscal transfers, sales spending on in-person services, and shifts in preference away from using public transportation and from living in cities. But because of a shortage of semiconductors, vehicle supply actually fell. Vehicle prices spiked, and a large pool of pent-up demand emerged. As the pandemic and its effects have waned, production and inventories have grown and supply has improved. At the same time, higher interest rates have weighed on demand. Interest rates on auto loans have nearly doubled since early last year, and customers report feeling the effect of higher rates on affordability. On net, motor vehicle inflation has declined sharply because of the combined effects of these supply and demand factors. Similar dynamics are playing out for core goods inflation overall. As they do, the effects of monetary restraint should show through more fully over time. Core goods prices fell the last 2 months, but on a 12-month basis, core goods inflation remains well above its pre-pandemic level. Sustained progress is needed, and restrictive monetary policy is called for to achieve that progress. In the highly interest-sensitive housing sector, the effects of monetary policy became apparent soon after liftoff. Mortgage rates doubled over the course of 2022, causing housing starts and sales to fall and house price growth to plummet. Growth in market rents soon peaked and then steadily recovered. Measured housing services inflation lagged these changes, as is typical, but has recently begun to fall. This inflation metric reflects rents paid by all tenants, as well as estimates of the equivalent rents that could be earned from homes that are owner-occupied. Because leases turn over slowly, it takes time for a decline in market rent growth to work its way into the overall inflation measure. The market rent slowdown has only recently begun to show through to that measure. The slowing growth in rents for new leases over roughly the past year can be thought of as in the pipeline and will affect measured housing services inflation over the coming year. Going forward, if market rent growth settles near pre-pandemic levels, housing services inflation should decline toward its pre-pandemic level as well. And we will continue to watch the market rent data closely for a signal of the upside and downside risks to housing services inflation. The final category, non-housing services, accounts for over half of the core PCE index and includes a broad range of services, such as healthcare, food services, transportation, and accommodations. 12-month inflation in this sector has moved sideways since liftoff. Inflation measured over the past 3 to 6 months has declined, however, which is encouraging. Part of the reason for the modest decline of non-housing services inflation so far is that many of these services were less affected by global supply chain bottlenecks and are generally thought to be less interest sensitive than other sectors, such as housing or durable goods. Production of these services is also relatively labor intensive, and the labor market remains tight. Given the size of this sector, some further progress here will be essential in restoring price stability. Over time, restrictive monetary policy will help bring aggregate supply and demand back into better balance, reducing inflationary pressures in this key sector. Turning then to the outlook, although further unwinding of pandemic-related distortions should continue to put some downward pressure on inflation, restrictive monetary policy will likely play an increasingly important role. Getting inflation sustainably back down to 2% is expected to require a period of below-trend economic growth, as well as some softening in labor market conditions. Restrictive monetary policy has tightened financial conditions, supporting the expectation of below-trend growth. Since last year's symposium, the 2-year real yield is up about 250 basis points, and longer-term real yields are higher as well by nearly 150 basis points. Beyond changes in interest rates, bank lending standards have tightened, and loan growth has slowed sharply. Such a tightening of broad financial conditions typically contributes to a slowing in the growth of economic activity, and there is evidence of that in this cycle as well. For example, growth in industrial production has slowed, and the amount spent on residential investment has declined in each of the past 5 quarters. But we are attentive to signs that the economy may not be cooling as expected. So far this year, GDP growth has come in above expectations and above its longer run trend. And recent readings on consumer spending have been especially robust. In addition, after decelerating sharply over the past 18 months, the housing sector is showing signs of picking back up. Additional evidence of persistently above trend growth could put further progress on inflation at risk and could warrant further tightening of monetary policy. The rebalancing of the labor market has continued over the past year, remains incomplete. Labor supply has improved, driven by stronger participation among workers aged 25 to 54, and by an increase in immigration back toward pre-pandemic levels. Indeed, the labor force participation rate of women in their prime working years reached an all-time high in June. Demand for labor has moderated as well. Job openings remain high but are trending lower. Payroll job growth has slowed significantly. Total hours worked has been flat over the past 6 months, and the average work week has declined to the lower end of its pre-pandemic range, reflecting a gradual normalization in labor market conditions. This rebalancing has eased wage pressures. Wage growth across a range of measures continues to slow, albeit gradually. While nominal wage growth must ultimately slow to a rate that is consistent with 2% inflation, what matters for households is real wage growth. Even as nominal wage growth has slowed, real wage growth has been increasing as inflation has fallen. We expect this labor market rebalancing to continue. Evidence that the tightness in the labor market is no longer easing could also call for a monetary policy response. Turning to the path forward. 2% is and will remain our inflation target. We are committed to achieving and sustaining a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to bring inflation down to that level over time. It is challenging, of course, to know in real time when such a stance has been achieved. There are some challenges that are common to all tightening cycles. For example, real interest rates are now positive and well above mainstream estimates of the neutral policy rate. We see the current stance of policy as restrictive, putting downward pressure on economic activity, hiring, and inflation. But we cannot identify with certainty the neutral rate of interest, and thus there is always uncertainty about the precise level of monetary policy restraint. That assessment is further complicated by uncertainty about the duration of the lags with which monetary tightening affects economic activity, and especially inflation. Since the symposium a year ago, the committee has raised the policy rate by 300 basis points, including 100 basis points over the past 7 months. And we have substantially reduced the size of our securities holdings. The wide range of estimates of these lags suggests that there may be significant further drag in the pipeline. Beyond these traditional sources of policy uncertainty, the supply and demand dislocations unique to this cycle raise further complications through their effects on inflation and labor market dynamics. For example, so far, job openings have declined substantially without increasing unemployment, a highly welcome but historically unusual result that appears to reflect large excess demand for labor. In addition, there is evidence that inflation has become more responsive to labor market tightness than was the case in recent decades. These changing dynamics may or may not persist, and this uncertainty underscores the need for agile policymaking. These uncertainties, both old and new, complicate our task of balancing the risk of tightening monetary policy too much against the risk of tightening too little. Doing too little could allow above target inflation to become entrenched and ultimately require monetary policy to wring more persistent inflation from the economy at a high cost to employment. Doing too much could also do unnecessary harm to the economy. As is often the case, we are navigating by the stars under cloudy skies. In such circumstances, risk management considerations are critical. At upcoming meetings, we will assess our progress based on the totality of the data and the evolving outlook and risks. Based on this assessment, proceed carefully as we decide whether to tighten further or instead to hold the policy rate constant and await further data. Restoring price stability is essential to achieving both sides of our dual mandate. We will need price stability to achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. And we will keep at it until the job is done. Thank you.
Okay,
What is happening? Is it over? I was like, what is going on?
it's over. Yeah, it's over.
Oh my god.
There was nothing hawkish in that conversation. I'm sorry. Like he
Oh
didn't
man.
anything.
That was so incredibly boring.
You guys don't realize how much of a nightmare that was to navigate from a logistics standpoint.
I did add some puts during that. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
caught the top of QQQ, man. I don't care what he said, man. The structure's still bearish, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
I agree from a structure standpoint. I'm just saying like he didn't say anything the market doesn't already know.
look at when it ended, man. Look at when it ended.
But I did want to point out one thing. Like if you look at the what he said with unemployment, like I think that ends up biting him in the fucking ass at the end of the language. But like he said that unemployment has remained resilient even though jobs have gone down. He's just on the latter end of the curve. Jobs are going to roll over and then they're going to start cutting jobs. So this is going to happen. But I think that takes time.
Dude, everything just put in the top side wick, man. Everything.
yeah, I think
BLT,
it had less to do with what he said because the market already knew what he was going to say, and it's simply just time for a pullback. Like it's that simple. Like he didn't say anything overly bullish or hawkish. He just said his normal, like very, very meticulously crafted, sort of like the attorney within him type of speech. So he can't incriminate himself, or do anything too reckless. And he's going to let the market just do what it wants to do. And I think this is the season of a pullback, truthfully. So it's like it was in the charts, man. Like I was less interested in listening to what he was saying and just watching to see if price went to levels that I'd be interested in playing at, And for QQQ, I saw it get up to a level and I was like, okay, basically like 365. I said it this morning in our Discord. We get to 365, I'm going to add some more puts. Got to 365, I added some more puts. I don't really care. It's that simple. He didn't say anything profound, It's just
It wasn't even worth entertaining even watching the show, to be honest with you. But like I would tell you this, like the one thing you don't want to see, bull or bears, you don't want to see price moving in the opposite direction, right, of where it could go, or in your favor into an event, right? You want to see it move out of your favor into an event, in my perspective, and I've seen this a lot through experience. Like if I wanted to go down, I want it to be going up into the event. If I wanted to go up, I want it to be going down into the event. So we'll see. I think we give this a couple days to kind of feel itself out, but like this could reverse off of this move.
he talks again, doesn't he? He has to talk again at some point. Tomorrow, maybe? No. Was that it? Is he done?
I mean, I think that was it, man.
Dude, that was
That was the most
Terrible.
disappointing conversation I've ever seen.
I think that
Oh,
was it, man. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was it.
The only other reputable speaker is Christine Lagarde at 1 p.m. But
Yeah, well,
no, it does go through Saturday. It goes through Saturday. So
I mean, but would you guys agree on like what is bearish other than price, right? Other than pullback that needs to happen, what is bearish here? What's the bearish scenario? Because he didn't fill anything out bearish that I can see.
I'm just gonna watch the VIX today, man. That's
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
be
dude,
market's bullshit detector.
the bearish scenario is that again. I mean, look, this is literally it, right? So if you had to say what's the bearish scenario, it's that he reiterated once again, we remain committed to our long-term target of 2%. We're not at 2% yet. So he said it's potential, like more hikes would be necessary. So it's not intrinsically bearish because it hasn't happened yet. And he basically said we don't know, but they're not going to stop, applying pressure until we're back at 2%.
Yeah, but Max, isn't that higher for longer? I mean, I think that's something the market's known.
Right, and higher for longer is bearish.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's been the case for months. We've known that for months. The market's known that for months.
it was no new information. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which is why it's a non-event, and if we don't receive a piece of information that could be considered a statistical outlier, something that the market has not priced in, then the trend is just going to continue. And the trend right now is down, and it has been for a couple weeks. So therefore, bearish continuation, not based off of anything he said, but bearish continuation based off what he did not say, which was anything the market hadn't already priced in.
I would agree, but I think the market started moving into the event, right? Like
Market moved up going into the event, right? So that was bearish.
Well, no, it pulled up and then pulled right back down. It makes sense.
Man, Bitcoin and ETH and QQQ and SPY, they were all rallying right at the open, man. Like every single one of them.
Everything
rallied.
No,
I'm not
everything.
I'm not talking about the rally. I'm talking about when Jackson Hole was announced, the market started pulling back. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean when it was announced?
So like when it started hitting mainstream, everybody started talking about it. Basically, the market started moving on that.
I mean, it's an annual thing. It happens every year.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, like it's everything. Like
people definitely remembered last year, though. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like,
but dude, look at these wicks, man. I mean, these are nasty.
Guess who? I literally sniped the top of the QQQ wick, man, right there. Hammered some puts, right there.
Freaking wicks.
As soon as it fired back up above this high, this was literally me. Right there was me. Hammered puts, man. Because I realized what he was saying was inconsequential. Nothing he was going to say was going to matter. Same old Powell jargon. Fired into a 4-hour imbalance above this little wick. I step on the gas. I hit the hammer button. And now we're gonna close the day down here, man. Bearish continuation. It is what it is. It's that simple.
Those wicks are just hope, man. They were just hope. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them now.
Dude, we're gonna continue to sell. Again, it's literally as simple as this. He didn't say anything the market wasn't pricing in, and the trend has been down. Therefore, the trend will continue. The market wants to sell.
What do we think the VIX is going to do, guys, from here?
That's a good question.
I mean,
VIX to 21, baby.
Yeah, I don't know if that event is gonna make people want to bid volatility or not.
That's where I'm at.
It's been in an uptrend though. Like this is an uptrend for sure.
I'm very mute on this, and I mean that could definitely uptrend. I don't know. Maybe at lower highs here on the previous high up to the left over there, pretty far. We'll see. Maybe it retests that, which means
I think it's a shift, man. I think it's a stark shift.
These type of moves happen though. You can see them over there. Look to the left. You got the information high where it ran up really hard, and then you get to fall over again. So it could continue in this direction for sure.
I bet you if this was a ticker where RSI mattered, we would have had a bull div, man. We would have had a bull div.
Yeah, I
Well,
can see that
does
too.
not matter on the VIX. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, gosh.
What is that? QQQ? Yeah, it's nasty, man.
We'll see if we get a double whipsaw, man. But
The infamous.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see these candles are like it's basically standard deviation volume candles. So when you get buy volume, that's exponentially higher than previous candle volumes, it will print as green, and same for red. So again, right before he starts speaking, you see all this buying coming in. He speaks, we get squeezed, it just sells off immediately. Like it was pretty clear. Again, like he starts speaking, squeeze, we sell off into it. Like I think your bullish case from here on the low time frames is like we swept, we already swept like the point of origin. So then I think the bull case from here would be just like we hang out here. The
Mhm.
bear case, of course, is like this was your trap right here. Like look at all that buy volume that came in. Your trap would basically be like you're going to lose this trend here, and really fire down. But we'll see what happens. I mean, anything can happen. It's just, I mean, that was a pretty ugly little snapback there. But we have seen double whipsaws. I just don't know if there was, I don't think that there was necessarily enough said to basically cause a double whipsaw. Like
I
he
don't
didn't
think
really
there
say
was.
much.
Yeah, there wasn't the juice for a double whipsaw this time. I don't think.
I agree though, Max. Like sideways is your best bet, and that's what I've been saying now since we had the drop, and I talked about it right at the drop. I was like, and we talked about it in spaces, and I said, your best bet here is a crab walk, right?
Max shorted right there. That's where Max stepped on the gas.
I mean, if the bull case is sideways chop, I feel like. Oh,
yeah, it's very sideways chop, but
Jesus Christ!
I didn't quite catch that.
It's literally this. What's DXY doing, man? That's what we need to be looking at right now.
Yeah,
That's what we need to be looking at right now. DXY is chatting, baby. Chatting.
Is this going to be the DXY breakout, or is this going to look like a really ugly wick in a few days?
Ooh, you know what else is going on? The euro is nuking.
Interesting. With Lagarde speaking later today.
Yeah, one. I don't know, man. The stars are aligning.
I don't think we're going to closes today.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see like a mega nuke, but I just don't see why we would stop it. Well, he didn't say anything that's going to stop our trend. Our trend has been down, Our trend has been down. So why would anything like look at this? Like there was your chance. It was, I mean, I don't know, like we're going to just get continuation, I feel like,
Powell just gave us the juice for lower.
The juice.
We needed the squeeze. We needed Dixie to have a reason to fly. The euro a reason to nuke. We needed a little liquidity grab higher. Now we can go down.
Let's see what the euro's doing here.
You've been watching the S&P rise with the VIX also rising. I'm curious what that means.
Wait, what do you mean the S&P rise?
Or the ES was just like floating up a few points while the VIX was climbing.
Yeah. Usually they just crush ball and send it higher, I think. When that happens. Oh, Max, I'm going to need you to go to a much, much lower time frame than that.
Should I go to the monthly?
Yeah, probably.
That's abysmal right there. But look at this. I mean, from like a liquidity standpoint, I mean, this is like as textbook as it gets right here, man. Like,
all right, Max, let me ask you a question. All right, so
that is beautiful.
Wouldn't you call that a stop hunt on both sides there? Wouldn't
Mm-mm.
you?
I wouldn't call it a stop hunt yet. If we come down here and we run this low and then start moving back up, then you've taken out liquidity on both sides. But the point, like, where was yesterday's? Where was the open here? The open was, I mean, like this is kind of like your open right here, give or take. So I think that, I mean, yeah, it's going to source liquidity, right? But like we haven't really stopped out. We haven't stopped out any of these people. Like this hasn't been a stop hunt yet. So it could be like it could manifest into one, but as of right now, it's not.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying, right? With that rapid move in both directions.
I think we had a false move up, and the true move is happening right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Again, I think it's more just like, I'm going to say this one last time because I've said it a few times. Like, I don't want to be a broken record. The trend going into his speech was down. Crypto is down, equities were down, and then we're seeing something like DXY rallying. Powell didn't say anything that noteworthy. Therefore, if you don't receive information that the market was not anticipating, like last year, Powell said there will be pain. The market did not price in him saying there will be pain. Therefore, we got a nasty sell-off. Going into this year's speech, we were already trending down. Therefore, the trend shall continue. It's literally that simple. Like, no reason to overcomplicate it. He didn't give us any reason to go up. He didn't give us any reason to go down. We were simply going down beforehand, so the trend continues. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Will, what do you make of the dollar moving like this?
I think these are a bunch of stop hunts sitting on the chart. Like they're stop hunting high or longs, and then they're pulling short. And I think that's, I don't know, man. I really think this could turn into a trap really quick.
Did Powell say anything that would lead the market to believe that yields have topped? Because I think that's the most obvious signal for reversal, right? Is if yields top and then the dollar tops in unison.
I actually think he did the opposite by remaining committed to their long-term goal of 2%. Was basically him saying, like, we will keep our foot on the gas as long as we have to.
That's what I was gonna say, Max. It sounded like he said he's gonna keep raising rates if he has to. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to sell off hard. I think we're going to continue to sell off hard because there's no reason for us to turn around based on what he said. And we were selling hard beforehand, you know? It's that simple. But
I mean, we're in a markdown phase, but man, I don't know. It smells really fishy, right? It really does. And I don't mean like what Powell said. I mean the move. It smells really fishy because that could turn into a trap really quick. That whole move.
Why does the down move smell fishy?
The rip up, the rip back down, and then basically it comes back and fills all that and wrecks all the people that just opened shorts.
Yeah.
The S&P looks stronger than QQQ.
Mm-hmm. QQQ looks weak as hell.
Because you got to imagine a bunch of people probably shorted that once they saw that move.
This looks strong to you. This looks strong to you guys.
Hold on. What?
That looks strong.
Look at Q's.
I'm looking at the 15-minute.
Yeah, Max, you're on any hourly time frame is too high, brother.
Sorry, I'll go to the 15-second, guys. Hang on.
Yeah, that'll be good.
This looks strong to you guys right here.
I mean,
check the RSI on the 15-second.
I think everything looks like it wants continuation to the downside. I think what we're probably going to see here is late shorts are going to get smoked. Like we'll probably see something like this.
That's what I'm saying, Max. Like that's the part I think. I don't think that you can't.
No, but hang on. Here's what you're going to disagree with, though, Will, because I'm about to paint the bear case.
You're about to.
No, I'm not going to disagree with.
You're going to see this, and then you're going to see that. Okay. But you're going to see a little squeeze.
I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with bearish continuation, right? The pattern's already playing out. Continuation makes sense. But what I am saying is that shorts can get squeezed in the short term, right? Because the move was too quick.
Right, but what I'm saying too is you're safe up here. We're not gonna come above this wick. We shouldn't. Like
could.
that.
We could.
That would imply a double whipsaw, man. A double whipsaw would imply that like we're gonna be presented with new information. I don't think we're gonna be presented with new information. I don't think we're gonna get presented with new information.
No, I don't either.
I can't believe that was all that Jackson Hole was this
Dude,
year.
that was so disappointing.
It was even less than Nothing Burger.
Oh my god, I know, dude.
Yeah.
There was so much potential. He really let me down. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it just.
So let's see if we take these wicks out. This would probably be like.
But yeah, I was gonna say, Max, you gotta look. No, we're gonna come up. We're gonna retest that left move over there. That's what's gonna happen. Maybe up just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's all you're getting right there, in my opinion. Like, I think that's it. Even if it has the strength, I don't even know if it does, man. We'll see. I don't know. Just getting cute with it now.
Let's go over to Bitcoin. See how that bad boy is
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of our favorite coins are looking a bit weak.
Look at that. Oh boy. Look at that perfect retest of supply right here. Oops. This is beautiful, man. Like, this is so beautiful. Look at that. That's artwork, man. Look at that. Hang that in a museum, man. That retest. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
God, Bitcoin price action is so disgusting. Just goes it can literally go flat on weekends too. That's the worst part about what we're coming into. I hope we get some volatility this weekend or I'm gonna scream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah. I mean, guys, I think it's just continuation of the trend. Like, we were down before, we're going to continue going down. Powell didn't give us a reason to go up. He wasted everybody's time. So it's a trader's market. Traders want down right now. So we'll see.
You know whose time he really wasted was Dr. Outlook's, because Dr. Outlook was going off in the Giga Chad voice call this morning, and we had to shut him down to listen to Powell. So
that's true. That's
you should be upset, Doctor.
No, I was good. I was right on what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I basically was talking about the reverse on Apple and everything else. So I mean, there was a lot going on there. I was actually bared up this morning, and I'm looking, I'm looking at potentials. I think that pull up Apple real quick, actually, Tucker. Look at that.
Bitcoin. Let me zoom out first. There you go. Man,
you're well below the move at this point. Like, you're screwed on Apple. Like, I'm serious. Like, that's what I was talking about this morning. It looks like it's literally about ready to roll over. Perfect retest, and it's gonna drop.
You are screwed. Oh man, Bitcoin looks wrecked.
Ethereum looks wrecked too, man.
Shoot.
Bitcoin looks mute compared to stocks right now. Like stocks look freaking annihilated.
Look at that chart, man.
You know what I'm doing right now, though, boys?
Look at my box. Oh, you took it back, Max.
Sorry, here, let me go back.
Look at my boxes, man. They be hitting. Look at that red. Look at that red box. If you just hammer it every time, I think we get green box though. Obviously.
I'm loving the altcoin weakness, man. Like Solana down 3%. You know, like that's just great, man. Absolutely great.
Is it
Like
really?
we're just seeing all just altcoin carnage, man. Like
Well, you
OP.
saw the news about Solana yesterday, right, Max?
Yeah.
All
No,
that
what was
overhead. They're gonna be the FTX estate is basically gonna figure out a way to sell their locked soul.
Oh no.
Just
Which is-
excuse me a minute. I need to
No.
remove my take profits down at 17, guys.
Oh, so
Can
I was
Ben
right
do
in there,
something?
Max, when I said $7 Solana again. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, Will, if you're right, I owe you dinner, man, because I've been short since 24/6 and I'm still riding it.
I'm
So,
telling you, look, Solana is the worst looking chart I've seen. Like if
are you advocating that I hold my shorts to $7, Will?
if we break 20, I already told you, if we break 20, it's gonna fucking nuke. It's gonna.
All right, I'll leave a runner on. I'm gonna TP most in the teens, but I'll leave a runner on for $7. All right, no problem.
That you're gonna retest the wick, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back down there. It's gonna hit that wick, and then it'll roll back up again.
God, look at QQQ, man, just getting absolutely toasted. And I added more at 365 with conviction, baby. That is what I'm talking about.
Look at coin. We had a comment asking about coin. What do you guys think of coin?
This is actually a pretty good prediction here from AZTV. He said Sol $3 to $5.
Yo, are we sure that's not Tempest?
No, man,
It could be.
it's gonna be.
Tempest.
It'll be 7, Max. Like
Tempest changes his name every like 2 weeks. I never know what his name. He keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, he does.
I originally had on Solana before it ran back up, I had $4 because the trim was just so fucking strong to the downside. But then it just stopped at like 780, 790, something like that.
I mean, this is literally the ARC chart. Does ARC look the same? Yeah, basically. More exaggerated, but
I mean, coin broke its support. It's gonna come down pretty far. But I will say this, like I am long-term bullish on coin as into the next bull market. Because like if you look at what they're building between the base layer and everything else, and you got basically you have institutional infrastructure into crypto through them, right? Being a stock company. So it's actually pretty cool if you look at all of it. And I think there's a lot there that needs to be observed.
And hey guys, real quick, this is the most important thing we're going to talk about. Nobody's mentioned this yet. I'm shocked nobody's mentioned this. So turn your volume up, guys, because I actually think I'm about to blow some minds with this one. We're at 21 likes on this video right now, and we need to get to 30 likes, guys. You know the routine. The routine is always a goal of 30 likes while we are live. It does wonders for the channel. If you guys could just quickly smash that thumbs up button for us, that's all that we request. We're so thrilled that you're spending your Friday, August 25th with us here on Market Check, brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We're at 25 likes right now. We got to get to 30. I know you guys can do it. We got 36 people watching. And again, thank you guys so much for the support. But now we need the robot at YouTube to support us. And it only supports us and likes us if you like the video. We're at 30 likes. Thank you guys so much. That was so quick. Back to the programming. Tucker, what's going on, man? What are you drawing?
I'm looking at coin for somebody in the chat. So
QQQ is just in a free fall. Literal free fall, man.
This is what I like to do, to get some boxes going so I can get rid of all this other shit. And then let me hit a reverse on it.
Bitcoin is gonna do that thing, man.
Bro, hey, pull up the dollar. Pull up the dollar. Holy shit.
Hang on. We're getting there.
There's a lot to watch right now, man. A lot of movement.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Wow.
Yeah, dollar's breaking.
Wow.
What else?
That
Dollar's
wick on Bix,
ripping.
Holy cow.
Holy-
Bitcoin looks like crap, dude. Like on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin is like dying.
Ooh.
Go to the 1 hour. Can you unlock all the times so they're all yeah, dude, look at that
Yeah.
thing. Ugh. Gross.
Ooh. Ooh. Where's the
That
okay,
dollar's
the
not looking good, man.
QQQ?
Solana's gonna be under 19 by end of day, man, at this rate. Oh my gosh.
Big green
Okay,
candle.
You just hammer it down to 7 once it goes below 20, man.
Do we think that this is a stop run on the dollar? That Lagarde is going to smash lower later?
It
Dude.
could, man.
Ooh.
Gotta
It
run
could
that
be
range.
because she's gonna try to pump the euro. That's like her job. So
That's her job.
it's literally her
Euro.
only job.
Pump my bags.
Don't worry about
Index, do
economic
something.
policy.
You want to
Pump
see
my
how
stablecoin.
she's doing at her job?
Can devs do something?
She's
Can
not
Lagarde
doing very well at her
something?
job.
She's not good at her job. Yeah. Okay. Euro's rugging. Dixie's just ripping. Yeah, we are.
Guys, it's this simple, man. We were selling before, we were waiting. The only reason the market hadn't gone down more was because they were waiting to see if Powell was going to try to save it. Powell didn't try to save it. The trend continues. August and September are bad months for risk. The sell is here. We're going to continue to sell off. There will be little squeezes, but we're going to continue to pull back. And ideally, we'd see S&P 500 down at like 4,100 sometime in September, bid that level. And then the real question comes in, if we bid 41 to 4,200, does it bounce up and we go to a new all-time high, or does it end up being like the first high time frame lower high into a complacency shoulder? That's the real question.
Look at the dollar. OMG
Bitcoin's
breakout.
dropping pretty hard. It got below 26 already. Yeah, that shit might be getting pretty messed up.
Will
Yeah, man,
hammer
the
the
dollar-
ass, brother.
I've been begging Will to hammer the ask for like
Look,
a week now. 'Cause I want to
told
make
you-
money with
look,
him.
I told you my conditionals. I just got to get below 25K. That's it.
I feel like DXY is going to eventually retest that overhead supply at like 110. Tucker, if you could draw like a horizontal line
Yeah.
up at that, like right on the bottom of that supply up there. Right down, a little down, like the wick below, right there. That's the bottom of your overhead supply. Like I think it's going to take a while, but I think that has to be a back of mind target, you know, especially if risk continues to bleed and DXY continues to move up. You have to keep an eye on that level because that could potentially be like a bottom when that could line up where risk bottoms and DXY retests that supply up there. And it could all kind of happen at once. So I think that's a good level.
Yeah. All right, we got everything on the 1 hour. Here we
What's
go.
BNB doing, guys? Do we have eyes on BNB?
Let's see. It looks precarious is how I would describe BNB. But, you know, I also see if it's either it rejects here and sees downside continuation or it's trying to print a proof of 3 setup into the weekend.
It looks really bad on the 1 hour, man. Like that wick. It's got that same wick as Bitcoin.
We got BNB and Curve up top. So, yeah, man.
Curve's going to that OTC price, man. And it's going there because we need to know what happens when it goes there. That's all.
We must.
I'm a little afraid to know what happens when it gets there, Max.
Curve's going to 0, man. It's going to 0.
You're either going to see a huge wick. As soon as it hits 40, it's going to go to 31 because everyone's going to market dump or they've got like, you know, stop losses there. Or you're going to see the mother of all squeezes to the upside because they're trying to protect their positions.
Yeah.
QQQ is dead, man. QQQ is completely dead. God, I'm so happy with how I played that. That was
Mhm.
just gorgeous, man. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Will, can you believe that through all this and my bearishness, I actually been buying on this call?
I've been buying too. There's a lot of things out there that are in really good position.
Why would you buy right now?
Because I like Ox at these prices, Max.
It's
Okay, well, you
awesome,
should have said
Nathan.
Ox. That's different. You should have
Yeah,
said
that is-
Ox.
He said that's,
Tommy
he's like
tricked me.
that's systemically.
Dude, why is RLB pumping?
Oh, what's it at?
17.
Okay, that's fine.
I'd like to show you guys my Jackson Hole fractal from last year.
Dude, wait, hang on. Look at SPY on the weekly, man. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
Tucker, draw a line there on our demand from last year. It's like right there, slightly low. Yeah, like right there. No, 415. Horizontal line at 415.
Oh, from last year. Yeah. Horizontal line at 415.
But go back to the left further, man. All the way back further.
These?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's your demand right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
we're coming back to retest that level, man.
Yeah.
That was like 6 to 9 months of accumulation or demand, and we never came back to retest it. We'd still be in a structurally sound uptrend even if we came back to retest it. That's no problem.
When you have the magnet on. Look at it. I don't know, man.
I'd like to show you something real quick. Hang on. We're going to go over
flip
my
over.
screen. Here's Jackson Hole from last year. This is the circle from last year. Okay, this is Jackson Hole last year. Little squeeze, drop into it. All right. Fractal time. Little squeeze, drop into it. Same exact price action. Look at that. Same as last year. Just saying.
Can you imagine if it's actually over?
Well, it might not be over because look
over
what
for
happened
now.
now. So look what happened.
It's locally over.
Like if we extend the fractal out, you know, this is what would happen following Jackson Hole. You know, if it plays out the exact same way as last year. Just saying.
What price do you have right there?
To the top?
No, to the bottom.
Well, this is NQ, so on QQQ it'd probably be like 330. Yeah, 331 ish.
I mean that would line up with there. I mean 4100 SPY, 330 QQQ,
20K Bitcoin.
A lot of that would line up.
20K Bitcoin.
35K Bitcoin. All that would line up.
Most definitely not. Most definitely not. Look at this. Oh my gosh, just give out already. We're gonna get a wick here, man. Like someone hasn't puked yet, and they're gonna puke, and it's just gonna.
They're waiting for the weekend to just send it as low as possible.
Yeah, the best time to unload a 9-figure long is to puke it during illiquid weekend conditions, as we know. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I play into the weekend puke scenario. There might be like a Sunday event going into Monday, but like I think Saturday the markets stay mute.
It's been so long, man.
They've conditioned you to not expect anything on the weekends.
No, I just said a Sunday into a Monday would make sense, but like a Saturday, I don't see it happening.
Here's my Ox fractal, guys. Ox is in my buy zone right here. I might give it a little bit of time, but
I nibbled.
You nibbled, Tommy? Tommy's nibble probably is going to send price higher alone. Damn it, dude.
The
Can you at
porpoise
least
is
give us a
nibbling.
heads up? At least give us a heads up, Tommy, so the rest of us can get in.
So
Our
Max,
little porpoise. Yeah.
I threw a thing in the comments there. So are you saying Ox is basically your deterrence from the economy?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't think
you're
that-
hedging against the negative economy.
I don't think there's any correlation between a startup exchange token and the macro economy. But I do think that there's certain names out there that haven't had a cycle yet that can trade independently of, or have the potential to trade independently of sort of like global macro conditions. I think that Bitcoin and ETH are going to be more tightly correlated to whatever happens in TradFiville, where something like Ox is going to be more dependent on how many people Open Exchange can onboard. because the more people they onboard, the more use case there is for the Ox token. So it's not the way you framed it is not, I can't answer it the way you wanted me to. Like the
No,
way
you answered it the way I wanted
Okay,
to.
this is a good comment because I was going to ask Tommy this as well. How do you reconcile looking for 21 to 23K Bitcoin with the Ox fractal? You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
the tricky thing. But one thing I remember about the last time that Ox came into the quote unquote buy zone was that it literally just went sideways. There was a perpetual bid there. It's kind of the same thing as BNB, where the people who have the majority of the token can ultimately do as much market making as they want for it. So yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna dip too much lower than maybe mid 3 cents. I'd be pretty surprised if we got that low, but I don't think we're going any lower than that if we do get there. We got a big volume node at like 4 cents, and there's a lot of round number confluence there. I think it's kind of also front run the dump if there's going to be one, but I guess we'll see, right?
There you go. See, now you and Max are talking my language. I got Max to capitulate his bearishness into accepting that some things will resist the downtrend because they just don't have enough liquidity, haven't had enough moves, and they're not that big, right? I got Tommy. Well, Tommy's been mid. I will say Tommy's been mid. So I did get Tommy to basically state that there's going to be some scenarios as far as like you can give the incentive.
I never argued
that
that on-chain projects couldn't rally. I'm short QQQ, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and OP. I'm not talking about anything on-chain.
I'm not talking. I'm not saying that you didn't argue that you argued that. What I was stating is that I got you to state that there are things that you can still bid even in a downtrend, right?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't. I think that's giving you too much credit. Like I wasn't arguing against that though. You didn't get me to admit that. Like I would have always admitted that. Like I was on board with that. That's why I'm still holding Ox and I'm still bidding it. The way you frame it makes it seem like I was opposed to that. I was never opposed to that.
No, I did. Okay, maybe I framed it wrong, but I will say.
You can't chart culture, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't believe that at all. But
you can chart culture. You can definitely chart.
Yeah,
culture.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it looks like a parabola.
And it looks like a parabola.
I guess maybe I framed that a little bit wrong, but in a sense, what I was trying to get to was like, there's still things to bid. It still makes sense to bid. You just got to bid the right things, right? That's what I was kind of getting to before. This is why I'm bullish here. Like I'm with Tommy. Like front run the freaking dump, right? Like just get in there, just grab things. I don't mean front run Bitcoin, right? I mean,
dude, I think it's just so like it's just not. It doesn't make sense to be bidding here. I know you're saying you're bullish, but you haven't been saying I'm bullish on-chain stuff only. Like you're still you're bullish Bitcoin here at 25K, and you're bullish.
I'm not, no. I see, and that's what I'm saying. So I think
you're early, man. You should be bullish 4 months from now. Let this play out. The Bulls, they had their fun, man. There is a shift in you can feel it in the air, man. The tides have changed.
I'm bullish market, Max, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin can drop to 19K, Bitcoin can drop to 20K. I'm not bidding Bitcoin. I'm bidding projects that make sense. This is what I would try to always state, which means low caps. When I got base, I don't want to actually. I won't say the alpha.
Don't drop that alpha, Will. Don't drop it.
When I got some things on chain that were really, really, really low cap, that's because I see potential in them, right? Even though the wreckage could still come to those projects, they're just so low cap, there's no liquidity to take out of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I'm stating. I'm not sitting here buying Bitcoin. I'm buying things that will outpace Bitcoin. It's kind of
Rollbit
like
looks good. I mean, there are opportunities in the market, like Rollbit's
That's what I'm
bumping this
saying.
morning.
Rollbit needs to capitulate, man. I can't.
I know you
can't.
want to buy more, Tucker.
Well,
You'll get
hit-
your chance.
I
It's gonna
sold.
be on
I'm
a wick.
out. I'm fully out of Rollbit. I hit it for 2.5x, and I exited full, and now I want to get back in. So I'm coping a little bit that it's.
Here's what's going to happen, Tucker. You're going to have your opportunity, but you're going to have to be quick because when Bitcoin puts in a 10% daily nuke candle, Rollbit will nuke quick but get sucked back up. So you're going to have to try to time that wick, but you'll get it, man. It'll happen. It'll be the same type of wick that we saw on Link, LINQ, not the Link Marine one.
That was wild.
Where it dipped to 11 cents and then recovered within like an hour to a new high. So
Yeah,
it's interesting.
No,
Yeah.
I got ammunition at the ready. I will be buying the Rollbit dip.
Once this low gives, once this gives here on ES, there's not a lot to hold us up from there, man. Like there's just gaps in this chart, man. Like you can, like it's just a very thin profile. Like there is like zero volume like in this region here. Like once we lose this wick, it's going to drop quick to, 42.85, and then this should slowly get filled in down here. There's just not much there, man. Like there's just not, the line of defense has been lost, man. There's not very much volume there.
Did you guys see that the SEC will not decide on the Grayscale case again this week?
Mm.
I did not, but
Not surprising.
Not surprising at all. Yeah.
No, it is the opposite of surprising. They are. I firmly believe they're not going to. They're not going to give any ETF approvals until all bad actors and manipulators are out of the market, aka probably CZ.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Well, they might not have to wait much longer, huh?
I guess we'll see. We'll see,
Mhm.
man. What's BNB doing right now?
Nothing. Hanging out at 216.
Just hanging around.
This is where your late shorts are getting squeezed right here. They're going to puke and then we'll go lower. It's going to be this.
Can you pull up OI on that?
Yes, I can.
You have a lot of pains open there, Max. Okay. Yeah, so longs puked their guts out. Yeah, shorts added at the bottom. For sure. Nothing new.
Mm-hmm. Nothing new.
Pretty negligible changes in OI though.
Yeah, when you zoom out, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing, man.
Yeah.
Shorts definitely added at the bottom. They're going to get squeezed out. It'll go back above 26. It'll sell off again. Rinse, repeat.
People are longing it, though. You just saw it. OI was that green candle on OI. Let me see. No, we had some people close.
They want to buy they must buy every sweep. It's the
They're
generation.
definitely trying to bid it. I wonder what spot CBD looks like.
Spot's been selling all day.
Wonderful.
No, Spot's been selling.
Bullish selling. Oh my god, look at
Will's back with the panda, man, of course.
Will, were you just eating a burrito?
Yeah, he's
Don't
eating
lie.
one right now. You can see it, man.
Don't lie.
Look, here they go. Now OI is gonna close, man.
I bet it's a sausage.
All these shorts, so they all
chorizo,
shorted
egg and
here.
cheese breakfast burrito. Sorry, go ahead, Mac.
No, you're good.
Talking about breakfast burritos.
They just keep longing.
Who's eating?
Huh?
Who was eating?
You're still chewing.
God, yes, indeed. I'm watching futures. They're puking their guts out right now.
Yes.
43.70. It's just funny watching the way that volatility trades in this current market. It's just like options are such a scam with low liquidity
Such a scam.
because the S&P is, the VIX is trading lower than when the S&P was 15 points higher. Like, I don't get it.
What they've done to the market with 0-day options is literally criminal.
You guys want to see something
Huh.
that comes from a neighborhood that doesn't include bullets?
Is it Joe's Pizza?
Like,
I knew you were
it's
gonna
not
say
Joe's
that.
Pizza. Oh, look at that. It's amazing.
What?
He's some.
Wait, I can't see it. Is that a taco?
Oh yeah, bro. Like I can't.
There it is. There it is. What is that? Taco Bell?
No. This is like the real authentic
Okay.
Mexican tacos, bro. Like
It's the real deal.
they cook the shell, they cook everything right there in front of you. Costs a little more, but it's good.
Worth every penny.
Mm-hmm.
FTM to 5 pennies.
5 pennies.
He literally spelled out pennies.
Enjoy.
Oh shit.
Man. Evan Casey, I see you in the chat. I hope you close that long, brother. Oh man.
I know you keep charting cues, but I think Apple looks freaking horrific. I'm not gonna lie. Like
What
I
is it
think,
on
I think
Apple?
Apple's an opportunity, man.
All right, let's take a look at Apple.
It looks really freaking bad.
That does look pretty bad.
Lower high season.
Seeing a few of those complacency shoulders form over the last few days.
Yeah, it looks like it just wants a tank, like just hard.
Yeah.
All of my on-chain bags are actually all the real low cap stuff is up right now.
I think you come down, Max, you go straight through that support. I don't think that holds at all. I think it comes down to your trend. Like look at where it's setting. It's floating in the middle of the air right now.
They're trying to squeeze it.
We
Shouldn't
do
get back above there.
A whipsaw.
Here's what they're going to do with Apple, man. Unless it's really bullish, they're going to go here, and then it's going to go right down here.
I think it'll deviate to your trend before it stops. Then maybe pull back above. And then if it's a fake out, it'll roll back under again.
This is the late short punishment across the board we're seeing.
Not for legacy markets.
Yeah, I mean, it's just little bounces, right? I mean, like, look at QQQ. It bounced. I mean, it's just, again, just like, oh, you shorted 358. Now it's at 360. You'll puke. Then it'll close the day lower, Same thing. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing here. Yeah, pretty similar. I don't need OI for this, man. I've seen this price action before. Don't need OI this time. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, yeah. Yep. Oh, you shorted here. Get effed. Oh, now you're longing here. Get effed. Same thing. Let it settle. Direction is clear, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that's a key point right there. Is people just need to let this settle before they start positioning against it. Don't catch knives, pretty much.
You want to short the squeezes, long the dumps. If you're going to try to day trade this thing. If Do you guys want to see puking Lux talk Pepe, dude?
Yeah,
I would like to talk
money?
Pepe. Let's talk. Oh, it doesn't look bad here. Whoa, okay.
I mean, that's relative.
Yeah, that is very relative.
What are
Pepe
we
got
looking
rugged.
at?
It literally
What's-
got rugged yesterday by one of the devs.
No,
That's what a drop is.
I know, but
That looks like a nice range low retest to me.
And they
gentlemen.
still hold as much as they just spent to drop that, by the way. They could drop it a second time at the same amount.
So if they do that, then the obvious level becomes here.
I just can't say I'm that interested in knife catching Pepe. Like at any point, I'm gonna have plenty of time for it to go sideways.
100%.
I would rather take an entry that's like 20 to 30% higher than buy this momentum to the downside, which looks like it's headed lower to me.
Yeah, people are going to try to trade this. They're going to be like, oh, it's at support. Look, it's going to reverse, and it's going to roll down to that second one, Max. That's what's going to
Probably.
happen.
Man, oh man.
What would that imply for the market cap of Pepe if it went down? So what's the market cap right now?
I'll get it for you.
I think it's
So if
still
it
like
went
around
down
300
50
mil, something like that.
Take off 50% from here.
See what CoinGecko says. It is 380 million market cap
There you go.
currently.
So if we
Yeah,
could
drop
get
it in the
sub 200,
150.
so sub 200 mil is probably an area to start looking out for it again.
That'd be a pretty attractive place to buy. But I was thinking about this last night, Max. The thing about meme coins, it's like people buy meme coins because they dream of insane returns, whether that's because the market cap is so low or because of unit cost. And I almost wonder if the current regime, there's no way there's a meme coin is going to pump a second time without new liquidity coming in.
Well,
It unironically
I-
does need to be a bull run coin.
I like both of
Yeah.
your approaches there. Unit cost, I think, only matters in a full on like frothy bull run, whereas like I think market cap matters more when you're in like people trying to get 2x and just G'd out.
Pepe would be a lot better if it didn't have as many zeros. I think if it had, if we were sitting at like a penny right now, I think it becomes much more memeable, like Pepe to $1. So I agree with Tommy there. But yeah,
Well,
I mean, you're probably right.
Actually, I like the unit cost for the idea that you have more of it. I think that makes it more pumpable. I just kind of like what Will was saying. I don't know that this is really the market that, because there's so many coins that are unit cost favorable on chain at the moment that I think people.
Yeah, and they're not catching bids.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm,
I think it's going to keep
Is it-
bleeding though.
Like
Probably.
remember when they were burning the shit out of SHIB, just burning,
I
and they
forgot about
got their supply down to a point to where a penny was achievable, and then they told people penny, and just like 100K Bitcoin, and then pretty much rugged everybody on it. That's all these are at the end of the day. Now, if they were to take Pepe and they were to burn a bunch of it, I think it could reignite it, right? But I don't see that happening with them just literally stealing a bunch of it from the multi-sig, taking it over to an exchange and dumping it.
Yeah. And I guess it was that Degen Harambe guy, the main
no.
Schiller.
And he still owns the same amount he just dumped that on.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like I think it was like 8 trillion or something like that, or 12. He dumped like 12 trillion. Yeah. And that Harambe guy, like I don't know if you guys know him, but he don't give a shit. Like he'll dump this thing to the floor.
Oh yeah. Well, I always knew he was part of the team. I didn't have it explicitly confirmed, but my spidey senses always told me that it was very clear he was a part of the Pepe team in some capacity, even if that was just as like an insider. Because the whole shtick of, oh yeah, I just harmlessly found this coin at 50 million market or 50K market cap. Yeah, look at this. Look at me. I'm a gem hunter. No. It's okay.
He got exposed by
money
one
on
of the people on chain. Like they dropped all of his accounts and everything. Like they dropped this website. He's a photographer in real life, bro.
I saw that from Phoenix.
Yeah, it's like from Phoenix. Like,
How much
right?
he probably made like tens of millions of dollars on Pepe,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
didn't he?
Not
For
quite
sure.
that much. I think you'd be surprised.
No, he bought a Lambo, a purple
Yeah.
like 1970 something for like almost $1 million, like 800 some thousand.
That was like a third or a fourth of what he had realized from Pepe.
Mm.
Because you guys got to remember the liquidity on it.
Oh,
is
that's
terrible.
horrible. A third?
He only made what,
Like,
3
why would-
mil? 4
Well,
mil?
no, he realized. I mean, I don't look, guys. I don't know the full details, but he realized probably like mid 7 figures from Pepe, and then I would guess. I don't know that he quite got to 8 from the play.
How do you get in early to Pepe and not make 8 figures on it? I literally don't know. Like, how do you mess that up, man?
You got to
That's
sell on the
shocking.
way up, Max. Otherwise, you
Well,
can't
no,
exit your whole stack at the top.
it's different for him, Max. Like he had access to the multi-sig, like he was part of the team. He literally just stole the tokens from the multi-sig. That's what he did.
So he's a piece of shit now.
Now, yeah.
Shoot.
Pretty much.
Bummer. I was rooting for him. Guess not.
And really the multi-sig, the
Gerard's
purpose of
barely
it,
end well.
which I find now keep in mind, I don't know if you know this, Tommy, but same thing happened with Shillin' Villains project,
What was his project?
the question mark project.
Oh,
A lot of people don't know that, but
That
he
he
was part of
wrote
that project as a dev. The entire multi-sig was rugged.
Oh God.
Wow.
The worst multi-sig rug that I can remember is Anubis DAO. Sisyphus's project. Although his level of guilt is up for debate depending on who you talk to.
I
But
just find it
Anubis
funny that
DAO
these
was,
people.
Anubis DAO was going to be a dog ohm fork, and then it turned into a $60 or $70 million rug.
I mean, so did what's that that Asian movie where they like kill all the people with the mask, with the squares and the triangles and the circles? You know what I'm talking about?
Squid Games.
Mm.
Squid
Oh,
Games.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, remember
Max.
Squid
I don't know
Game?
how you
100
gathered that.
Squid Games was
The guys
$125
with the
million.
masks in Asia where they kill the people.
That's why I went to the squares and the circles and the triangles.
That's what got him. Yeah.
That's what gets it'll get you every time because nobody forgets that shit. But yeah, the Squid Games one, that was $125 million rug. And you know what I think happened?
That is,
I don't think-
that's the video that Max and I have been quoting this week. It went to 0.
What's that?
No.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Iron Finance rug that
Yeah.
Mark Cuban got caught in?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
People were
And
getting
then
6-figure APY, and then they were mad they got rugged.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, you know what the funny part is after that happened, Cuban went through his entire feed and removed everybody that he was following that was related to crypto and deleted all of his crypto. I was like,
Yeah.
bro,
He
you
freaked
can't
out.
hide it. People know, like you can't hide it. What are you doing? You look
Yeah.
worse when you do that shit.
I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Tucker, you can take the screen if you want, but this is playing out nicely.
Boom. I want to see.
Yeah, that's messed up AZTV for sure. Like, yeah, that should have never happened. Like, I don't get how they're doing this either, Snarks, because like these multi-sigs, the purpose of them is to have multiple signatures to get the
Right? I've never
liquidity.
seen that before, man. I'd never
And
seen
it's just
that.
one person doing it, apparently, right?
Apparently.
What I think is one guy's willing to be the fall guy, probably getting the majority of the money, and then they're all signing it off, right? I mean, obviously you can go on chain and look. That's part of the multi-sig too, but like it's crazy. And I've also seen and I've seen this with another project with the person I told you about earlier, but basically they somehow reduced the amount of signatures they needed. for the multi-sig somehow. So I had to look through that contract and see how they were able to like work that in so that was possible. But that's another trick that people are using. Multi-sig is just a joke at this point. It's literally a pointless security.
OP looks topped against both Bitcoin and ARB.
What's the ARB pair look like?
Looks bottomed.
Ooh.
I think this bottoms. Yeah.
All right, now pull up the chat of the evening. Algorand.
Oh my god. Where's the comment? Where's the
I don't
comment?
even know what it looks like, bro. I haven't looked. Pull it up. Wait. Hold on. Did somebody put that? Algo's going to 0.
Yeah, it was in the chat.
Bro, how is it not filling that wick yet? What?
We'll get there, don't worry. Just a nice. I mean, dude. What is
Yeah, I mean that's a buy of a lifetime right there. That's generational wealth.
There's
Sure.
no guarantee you even get like above here. Like there's no guarantee that ever happens again.
Tucker, stop being a boomer. All right, it's
I'm
generational
not.
I
don't know. I don't know anything about the fundamentals though, honestly.
No, I mean, from a fundamental standpoint, it's great. It's just shitty from like
Oh my
tokenomics standpoint.
god. Oh my.
Oh, it's time. It's time.
It's time.
It is time. It is time.
For more down.
Net worth.
Net worth ape. Boom.
Nope. Bounce back up. Goes to 100K.
And you think I ended it down again. I'm sorry. Too fun. Oh,
That
no.
is a div though. That is what is that on though? The daily? I don't care about the daily. I like to see it on the weekly.
You don't care about the daily.
I just don't.
It has
like,
to be the monthly.
No, weekly. I like the weekly bull divs. It's my favorite.
I'm a fan of the 3-day. I don't know.
See what that div looks like on the weekly. Nope, it's not telling me shit. It's just telling me it can continue.
Yeah.
I'd want to see it from that first drop all the way down to where it's at if I'm going to look for it at all.
What is all this garbage on?
So that's a continuation. It's going to run sideways. Where you want to see the bull div occur the most is right where you get that bottom on that flush, and then as you're dropping, you want to see the RSI rising into that, and you're not seeing that.
You need to get under 30, bro. You need to.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't have a bull div at all there.
No,
It's
I
not even
know.
close.
I know.
Like, that thing could just keep dropping at this point.
Yeah. I haven't looked at Bitcoin on a high time frame in just a minute.
Like I said, bro, you get below 25, I'll open a short. I'll throw my money in there.
Dip
I
it
mean,
down.
here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Sorry, Tommy, 1 sec. I think we do whatever. We set a higher low, and we get one of these. That's your bull div. You go lower on RSI than you did back here.
I don't think you can go that low on RSI and trade that.
That high.
Yeah, you'd have to go lower on price.
You don't think we could fill 19K?
Well, I think if RSI is going to go that low, you're going to see it throw back lower than those lows.
Than these?
Yeah.
I mean, what if it just pukes its guts out to 19K? You
Shoot,
just get
I've been sitting there muted the whole time. Draw the original bull div that occurred there. So right at the lows, right after the puke, you had to drop, right?
I'm looking
there.
for the
Yep.
future bull div. Well,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So now draw it on RSI. The same bull div, but extend it. Extend it all the way out. Yep. That's where you could realistically go, right? And that's what I would be looking for. And we're really close to that. So and now draw the angle up from the lows on Bitcoin.
Let me just
Base it off the lows. You know what I'm saying?
the
The bottom of the chart. Just that part. Yep. Angle it based off that. Yeah, but you want to run it across all the candles right there. No.
Man,
Not there. Look.
that's brutal. Sorry, what did you say?
Run it across all the candles right there at the low. So you had that last drop and then run it all the way across that. Nope. Back more. Right there. Now angle it. No. Angle it with underneath all the candles. Now pull it back just a little more and try and angle it as if it's like supporting all those low candles.
Yeah.
So that I think realistically could be a bounce right there. Right?
That's 22K.
Yeah. That would be where I'd be looking for a bounce if you're not gonna fill the wick.
It's actually not a terrible setup. You wouldn't get a bull div on the weekly, but you probably would on the 3-day. You definitely would on the 3-day.
Yeah, there's good potential you get it on a
Dude,
3-day.
how did we not see this, man? How did we not see that? I mean, that was never.
No, it's been obvious. Go on the weekly. Go on the weekly real quick. You can see it on there too. Like if you look right there on the weekly, look at your highs. Where you made the higher high, where it ran back up.
Same thing here.
No, I mean on the recent move.
I know, but it was this.
Yep, exactly. Yep. That's
Yeah,
exactly what occurred
thing.
right there. And that's what I was saying before when I was telling you guys, I was like, this is very, very much like the previous top, the bigger top.
Well, you were looking for 37K.
I was, but that would have been if we didn't drop, right?
Yeah, sure.
It would have just been a little bit of a deviation higher. It would, and on the bigger scheme of things, it wouldn't have even been that noticeable. But I was
That's
saying
true.
though, the price action here would have been very indicative of that same move at the highs on Bitcoin, right? Where you get the bull div start to play, you continue to play high, and then you just roll the hell over and start dumping. But we rolled over sooner than I thought, which is fine. You know, I can be wrong on that,
I
but
actually don't hate this setup at all.
it's a good setup, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
the
it'll-
eye line's pretty close, though. You know, that's not.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if they drop fast and pull back up, that won't even matter because the RSI will pull back up with it.
Yeah, but you might get like that.
No, that's what I'm. So RSI, even if it dips below, if you can come back up in the same day, it won't matter. Does that make sense?
Can you
Like
make these
it'll
candles?
pull above.
I wish you could make these candles.
Nah, it's just lines. But for right now, the way the trend's set up, the favor is in the favor of downside. Now, here's the tricky thing.
That's how I like my RSI right there.
Ew. Here's the tricky thing though, Tucker. See how close we are to the div?
Yeah.
If you were to change it back to a line, that could mean that we could slowly chop sideways, rip up, and then dump again, and still stay in that bullish structure on RSI. Because the chop sideways would drop the RSI to the trend, right? And then we'd rip up, which would rise the RSI immensely, and then you roll back into the bull div again.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's that 28K move into that 21K move, right?
You might be right there. Imagine.
Could be.
Imagine the smell.
But you're limited on time. What's your time frame right now on the weekly?
Yeah, there she is. That's her right there. Maybe a little bit. Boom.
I don't-
baby. There it is.
I would say no, but here's the thing, Tucker. I would say that's not possible because like if you look there on that first drop, you had no wick on the low, right? That's where it was.
Well,
telling you
no,
it was gonna keep
that's implying that we just completely nuked this weekend. That's all it's implying.
yeah.
You
But I'm
got
just saying,
2
like,
days.
you have a wick over there, which means that they caught a bid, right? Because
got
you
a
wouldn't
wick.
have.
We got a wick.
no.
We got a wick. Hang on.
I'm,
Look at that
I'm
wick.
talking about on the right there, where you were just saying,
We still got a little wick though.
right there.
I mean,
No,
you
no,
could
no,
you could
no,
have. I know. These.
No, not those. I'm not talking about that side. I'm talking about where you were trying to say it was like that, where your arrow's pointing to the left.
This wick or these?
So go down from that candle to the bottom of it. Nope. On the candle you were just on.
Oh, this wick. I'm saying, yeah, I know. I'm saying like we're possibly right here. And this.
Yeah,
happens-
no, but that's what I'm
Weird.
saying. So where you're saying we're at, Tucker, the candle right before that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
about
Do
it?
you see how there's no wick at the bottom of that candle?
Oh, that's what you're saying the difference is.
That's what I'm saying. The difference is because there was no bid there.
All right, well, let me massage my
That's why you
fractal.
got that body.
There we go. That's better. How about that one?
You're high, bro. You're high, man.
How about that one?
This guy.
You are right.
Well, why don't you go ahead and put it at 69K?
Hang on.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and put it at 69K and say you're right there.
We're gonna be right here, but then watch. This is some master fractaling right here, guys. Just hang on a second.
So Max, we just came up with this play right here. It's a line off the lows, and it lines up with the bull div on the RSI.
Damn, it's not gonna catch the wick on the fractal. That is horrible. Whatever. The
It
wick
runs
will-
into it basically runs into 22 with no deviation.
Here's
right.
what you got. Here's what you got. Then we're gonna do this, but we're gonna flip it, boys. We're gonna flip it. The wick comes to like there. Let's call it that.
Now you're making up wicks, man.
No,
You just
it
combined
doesn't.
two
It doesn't
candles to
count.
make one.
When you do the fractal, it doesn't get the wick in it. It doesn't get the wick, and the wick.
The
is
wick
very-
don't matter. The wick's noise. That's why.
No,
That's
the
why it
wick
don't
is
get the wick.
important because that's what we just said. We're gonna wick down to like 21 and then bounce back. Same with RSI. So, and then maybe you hit him with one of these.
I don't know. I think it's a short squeeze into a long squeeze.
I think you
right.
hit one of these.
So like I think they're gonna squeeze shorts and then squeeze longs.
There's your bull case. There's your bull case, man.
I don't think it runs like that either. I'm just saying. Like I think we're trapped in price. Right. We'll probably get back at the 31 and chop sideways.
Maxwell. Thoughts?
I disagree.
Max is making some artwork over
No,
there.
no, I know. Max is more bearish, but Max, the fractal doesn't account for the wick.
That's
Yeah.
not where we are,
It could be though.
but we're not.
But we're not. Where are we?
He's gonna point to 69K. That's what he's gonna point
Hang on,
to.
let me switch it to his.
All right, Max. Let's see max bearishness. All right, maximum bearishness. Let's see it.
Well, I'd have to draw a line straight to 0, so you don't want that. But
All right, one step above maximum bear.
Wait, let me see his realistic one where he thinks we are, and then we can do max bearishness. I want to see it as well.
See Powell talking to Lagarde right now.
Man, this is what it looks like to watch a chef in the kitchen. Wait, is she talking right now? Snorlax, what'd you
No,
say?
He's just walking with Powell.
Walking with Powell,
He's walking with Powell.
having a nice chat,
It does appear so. Gosh.
talking about how
It'd be
they're gonna,
hilarious.
how she's gonna pump the euro later today.
It'd be hilarious as she's walking with Powell. The market starts pumping. Walking with Powell. I'll mark that out on the chart.
Lagarde walked with Powell.
Jackson hold nuke, walk with pal.
Jeez, Max. Jeez.
So he's looking for the pump too, it looks like. All right. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy.
Flip it,
Max,
Will.
Max is a
Flip it.
bull. Max is a bull. Oh man.
Yes, now it's fractal time. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Here we go with the masseuse.
There's nothing wrong with a little massage, Will.
Here we go with the masseuse.
Yeah, there it is.
Massages only make the body weaker. All right. You have to deal with the pain. All right.
That squeeze back to 24-8 would be brutal.
I don't even have anything to say. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Do I have to say it?
I mean, this looks like a live stream.
No, I'll say it for you, Max. Watch this.
Zeroni time. I think I need to add some more QQQ puts here, honestly.
They pop it.
Yeah, this is going to get pulled back off. I think it's time to add some more QQQ puts. They might take it up to 360, 250. Maybe.
Gotta run. See you, Will.
Gotta run. Enjoy yourselves. Keep this image in the back of your mind while you're sitting here posting.
Have a good weekend, bro.
All right, later, Will.
Yeah, I think I am going to add some more, actually. Yeah, this is the spot, man. This is the spot, baby. Let's buy some more, baby. All right. How many do we have already?
Max, you see how many likes we got to?
What is it?
We're at 46.
Oh, beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys for the likes. It's very generous.
Seriously. Bunch of Chads in the chat.
Yeah, I added a little bit more on here. We shouldn't come back up too much more. I mean, 50% retrace of the dump takes us right in here to this block. Like, this should be kind of the stuffing spot. Like, if this is going to get bearish continuation, we should just, we should come back. We should close the day down here,
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I mean, I'm playing puts for 5 weeks out. I've just been building a position, but like, this should be the rejection spot. So we'll see. Added some more right up here, 361.75. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think this is, again, it's like we had the squeeze before, the dump in, late shorts are getting punished. Now they're going to try to long, and then they're going to get punished again. We've seen it before. So we'll see if it plays out. But I've got the luxury. My first short on it was right here, and then I shorted more this morning here, and I just shorted a little bit more right here. So we'll see. Right now, I'm just kind of interested in waiting. Now I want to wait and see, like, if we can close the day around range low here, like sub 360 or sub 359, gonna be looking pretty damn solid, because I've been able to scale in aggressively, and then I'm just gonna try to ride it down to then I'm going to just try to ride it, all the way down to here, truthfully, like sub 335. So, my average
Where?
entry.
Oh, QQQ. I thought you were talking about SPY for a second.
Oh, no. No. But this should, in theory, like this should get sold off here. Like, we should be good here. So yeah, again, here's my plan. Initial sell was here. Shorted more on the wick this morning. Just took one live right here as we entered this box. Now I need us to get below here, and we are just cruising. My average entry on like spot price is probably like right here. This is roughly like my cumulative entry. It's kind of hard to say because I'm playing options. Cumulative entry for max.
Yeah,
It's
that
gonna be
bull pricing is a pain in the butt.
yeah. It's gonna be around here. So I've got a little bit of wiggle room now, you know. I'll probably stop at break even, you know, if we don't get the sell today, but we should. So yeah, here was first sell, literally the top, and then took another stab at the top here. So we'll see. We'll give it a little time to play out, but yeah, I'm willing to watch it. You know, I could see this, you know, like 360, 250, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's going on with Bitcoin? You guys like this fractal?
I do. I like it very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. They're just chopping it in this range, man. It's just terrible.
Damn, the boys got us to 52 likes. You guys are animals.
Wow.
You guys are insane.
I know.
What's wrong with you guys? That's too much.
Too much.
Too much. Come on. You took it too far today, you guys. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's absolutely heartwarming to see you guys showing up every single day and supporting us like you do. So thank you guys so much. It's really fantastic. What are these drawings? Are these from earlier today? Yeah, they were. Yep. Oh gosh, what is this? Oh my.
What is this?
You know what this is.
Oh, I definitely recognize the pattern.
You know what this is.
It's like that Dwight commercial. Or not commercial, but that scene with Dwight from The Office where he's like, I think you already know.
Yeah, he's like talking with Oscar. He's like, "Where Dwight? Where Dwight?"
He
I
just
think you
looks at
already
him.
know.
I think you already know.
It's so funny, man. Let's see how we're looking over here. Oh, we got it. We got the top tick again. Keep going, baby. It'll probably turn around here. This would be right in here. I would expect potentially, again, I don't care. Because I shorted here. I could see this, but I don't care either way because we're just chilling. Oh man, let's see what else we got. Soul looks like a dog right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Soul looks like an absolute dog.
Give me some OP.
Oh, look at this, dude. I drew this last night. I swear I didn't move this at all. We were right here and I drew a potential for a downtrend shift. I swear I didn't touch this. I swear I didn't touch this. On my life, I did not touch this. Wow. All right, give us the final one now. That's unreal, man. That's played out perfectly. How beautiful.
I mean, BNB looks terrible, man. But I can't say that I can guarantee that I think just because it looks terrible, it's going to dump because it's looked terrible for a hot minute.
We've been here before, for sure.
Looks rough though, for sure. What look more rough on a high time frame are altcoins. And I mean, they look like they. When you zoom out on a lot of these altcoins on USD pair and you invert the chart, it looks like they want to break out to zero.
Matic does.
So does PRV.
To zero, man.
I'm not saying they are actually going to break out to zero, right? But like, if you were trading it to the upside, you would be assuming that it was going to break out to zero.
I'll take sub 200. Thank you very much.
You gonna buy that?
Fuck no. I'll take the short to 200. See what ye old Matic is doing. Oh God.
Nothing good, man. Nothing
Oh
good.
God.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the possibility that the dollar could be topping out here in the short term? Yeah, after we look at this. So this does look like it's gonna break out to zero, man. Like,
Where's the dollar? Where's the dollar?
I mean, truthfully, if things really get sliding, I have some pretty scary targets for this coin, but I'm not gonna say them publicly.
It's 2 digits. Matic back to 2 cents, man.
That scam last night was so funny on Matic.
I didn't even catch it.
What they push it to?
They pushed it to almost like 56 cents.
Wow.
No, they pop price like 4 or 5% in 2 or 3 minutes.
Were you in it, Tommy?
I mean, I was holding through it, yeah.
Oh. I didn't know if you were still in your Matic short.
Yeah. I mean, look at that chart and tell me that looks so good. Not good for Matic holders, but that's a bullish looking chart.
So I'd be waiting for, potentially longing here.
Oh my God. You know what?
Breakout,
next
retest.
There's not going to be a retest. You know what it looks like, Tucker?
What?
It looks like the Bitcoin bottom.
Yeah, it does. It
Oh,
looks
no.
exactly. Oh, yeah. It does.
Oh,
My
Oh.
God. Let's fractal,
Oh.
Max. Let's fractal.
is it time to fractal?
It might
Yeah.
actually go to zero.
Is it time to fractal? Let's do this, man.
Matic
Let's do
to
this.
4
Let's do this
cents.
right now. Let's fractal
Somewhere
right.
Will is frowning in disapproval.
Oh, for sure.
All right, let's do this thing. All right, so we like the weekly for Matic. Let's go right here, and we'll put this on the.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my God.
Hang
Dude,
on.
I bet you a lot of these alts are printing Bitcoin inverse bottoming patterns.
Holy crap, man!
It's so over for Matic, dear God.
Oh, dude. Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh dear.
Oh God! Oh no!
Will somebody think of the Matic bag holders? Were you looking at it on the weekly, Max?
I've got 2 different time frames. Matic's weekly, Bitcoin's 12-hour.
Oh, you're on log. Nice. That was the difference. I've been trading off log lately. I've kind of enjoyed it.
Dude, what is happening? Look at this thing.
It's about to go vertical.
And then here, just for good measure,
Dear God.
What is that? 2
Matic
cents?
Matic goes to 3
Oh.
cents.
Is that actually? Oh my!
There's no way it actually goes to 3
No,
cents, man.
no,
There's
it can't. It can't.
Didn't take you guys for ones to fade a fractal.
Come on.
I mean,
Do you
is it?
believe?
it's like a what? Top 15 coin. If
For
it's not
now.
gonna like death spiral like Luna, it's not.
You
gonna
know what else was a top 15 coin?
I know. I'm aware.
You're gonna say
Dare I say it?
Wait, what are you gonna say?
Luna.
Oh,
I think you already know.
I thought he was gonna. I thought he was
I
gonna
think
say
you
Link
already
a long
know.
time ago.
Oh my God, the fractal checks out pretty good, boys.
Another max top tick for the short on the day. Let's go, boys. Keep nuking.
This this says Matic just gets absolutely wrecked.
Boy, look at this. Just textbook execution. Keep nuking. Send me to Valhalla.
Can you imagine if we get Matic back down that low?
Tommy, are you
that
not looking at
possible?
the fractal? I don't know.
I
what
see the
confused
fractal,
about.
but
It's
is that like
going there?
a possible thing that we nuke that hard?
I mean,
That's a little scary.
Yeah, it's crypto, man. What's the real value of Matic, man? Is anybody like truly like building something unbelievable, something the world really needs on Matic?
Well, no, but
Oh, okay.
Well,
Then
no.
yeah. Well, then yeah.
Well, no, but
Yeah, well,
I mean,
there's your
look,
answer.
I'm the last person who's gonna be hyping up Matic, but if we're trading that low on its USDT pair, then what has happened to the market? I think that's a fair question to ask.
I might add to OP, man.
You just hope you survive. If we have an event like that, God forbid. you just
Tommy,
hope
do you want to tweet this, or do you want me to tweet this? Because somebody has to tweet this.
I think you should tweet it.
Tweet it.
I'm gonna tag SZ in it right now.
Tag
You
EXO
love-
too.
XO and SC.
XO
Yeah,
will
I'll
like
give
it,
you.
yeah.
I'll give you credit, Tommy, because you. I mean, you made it. Well, I made it, but with your direction. All right, let's tweet this out right now. See what the some of the
I
bigger
added to-
trader whales think.
I had to add to my OP short. Man, it swept liquidity pretty fucking nicely. Look at this.
That's honestly so crazy how similar those are.
Wait, look at this real quick. Look at this. Look at the sweep. Look at the wick sweep. Jeez. It doesn't get any cleaner.
Would you buy Matic at 3 cents?
No,
I feel like at that point,
you could have stopped at "Would you buy Matic?" and the answer would have been the same.
man, oh man. We've been going for about 2 hours. What do y'all say we let it ride?
Yeah, we got all excited for Jackson Hole, and then Powell really just
Powell rugged us. Not the
Yeah, he
market.
did. He did.
But I mean, let's see what happens with volatility pricing into the end of the week. Let's see what happens with equity indices. Few markets in some, I mean, you could call it a precarious location. I also think there's maybe, the dollar is looking like this might have been the type of move that could top it locally. So I guess we'll see what we get into next week. But I'm not bullish on Matic. I'll tell you that much. That chart looks pretty fugly. Yeah, that chart looks quite fugly. But we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. We had a bit more of an informal show today for the reasons Tucker was stating. We had Jackson Hole with Powell. Nothing too much really happened, but we appreciate you guys for tuning in, especially everybody who liked the video and subscribed as well. y'all's support means the world to us. And if you really enjoyed the content and want maybe a bit more of an intimate look at how we're trading this market right now, we do have access to some premium content as well in the link tree of our Twitter bio, as well as the description of this YouTube video below. But yeah, guys, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. We will, of course, be back on Monday for another episode of Market Check and everything in between. But yeah, guys, we will talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, boys.